channel. This is tarot reading with Shaista, and it's high time I did this. I had friends who've been asking me to do this for years now, and I decided to probably take some time out of my schedule and do these readings. So if you do go and take a look at the about section in the channel, you will see the different days and the channel schedules. So Mondays would be general and love readings for all signs, all zodiac signs, and based on your current energies. And this is of course subject to change because I also have my personal readings around the clock. So I'm just trying to fit it all in. When I talk about the other signs, I'll probably on Tuesdays be doing earth signs, which is your Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Wednesdays, you could look forward to seeing my videos on the fire signs, which is your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarians. And on Thursdays, you would have the air signs, your Librans, Geminis, and Aquarius. And Fridays would be your water signs, which is Scorpio, Pisceans, and Cancerians. Saturdays and Sundays I'll reserve for deck reviews and walkthroughs. I have over 300 cards and I'm still going strong. Constantly looking for cards and decks. Some I buy for myself, some are gifted by publishing houses and they want me to do their reviews. So I will keep doing that periodically from time to time. So coming back to today's session, which is going to be a general love reading for all signs. Now when I say a general reading, not everything I say here today would resonate with you because this is not a personal reading, right? We're doing a general reading based on your general energies for that particular zodiac. So what I would really require you to do is take in what kind of resonates with you and leave the rest. And that's how it works for tarot. So yeah, so let's just start. I'll start with the Taurus. Now this would be for exactly a week. So I would be doing this on a weekly basis. So it's from this Monday, which is the 21st, up to this entire week, going on till by the Monday that's coming by. So it's just 1 week, 7 days of readings. Taurus. What do we have for Taurus this week? The love and general readings. So when I say love readings, general readings, this could be pertaining to a situation you're in or your person. And sometimes the cards could be for you or for them, associated with both of you because we're talking about connections here, right? So it could be vice versa in most cases because this is a general reading. Okay, Taurus. So this is you, them, and the connection. Coming to you, you have the Tauran, you have the Justice card, the Hermit, and the Fool. So when you started out with whatever relationship you're in, you didn't really think it through, which is not something you planned, okay, to get into a relationship. But at the same time, you got into it with very fair mind, understanding that this could probably be something which will not be long-standing, not something which has a future. I'll be very honest with you, Taurans. You didn't get into this thinking there was a future involved. You just took that leap of faith. You didn't think too much, didn't think things through. You got interested in this person and you decided to just go heads on. As far as this person is concerned, they also know the negativities in this relationship, as in they know that this is not something which is a long-standing or a steady kind of a relationship, even for them. Though they have their entire heart and head into this with you, I think they're holding back as well. Right now, what I see is that they're actually holding back. Um, they are a stronger sign. This could be a Leo you're probably dealing with, because the kind of energy I'm getting with the Sun and the Strength card, you could be dealing with Leo here. And from what I know is that they are still interested, but you kind of giving them a cold shoulder. But again, like I said, it's not something that you're doing intentionally or with any ulterior motive. You didn't really think this through. You thought you did, but you didn't. And you made them understand this, and they do understand where you're coming from. But I think they have their heart quite set on you, and it has affected them. Coming to this connection, from what I see, this connection didn't start with a lot of truths. It didn't start with a lot of straight talk. There was a lot of hidden information, I think, on your part, Don. You didn't come out and give them the entire situation. Maybe you have a past, maybe you were with somebody else, or you are with someone else, but you decided not to tell them. And you got into this relationship or the situation with this person, like I said, it was just an erratic move, one crazy move. It could have been an attraction, or you just decided to get into it because you were trying to keep your mind occupied. That's the energy that I get. And but this relationship did get you a lot of good times. It does give you a lot of feeling of oneness. You do feel very comfortable with this person. You feel one with this person for sure, and so does this person. It's a two-way thing. From what I see it, this is not gonna last. I'm sorry, but this is not gonna last, because I think this entire thing was already known to the two of you, that is going to be very momentary. This was not with any intention of any steady relationship or to take this into a next level. No, I think you both got into it with your heart and not your head in, and you all just decided to go with it, knowing all the odds that are against this relationship. One of you is definitely committed to someone else or with someone else when you got into this relationship. And of course, you didn't really give all the information out, Taurus, to your partner, but that's okay. They liked you in any case, and they know that this wasn't a permanent situation that you promised them. So that's what I see. But I also see that I don't see this relationship going forward. No, I don't. This is definitely a very practical, well-served relationship. It's more like, you guys have been probably friends with benefits, but I don't see any stability or marriage or, going into a longer commitment with this person. And if you are thinking of continuing this, I would suggest you break it off, because this is not looking very steady for either of you mentally. Yeah, so that's for Taurans. Let's look for Virgos. Oops. For my Virgos this week, tell me something about their connection. Virgo. Okay, coming to Virgos. Lots of pain, lots of heartache, lots of one person being too practical, the other one being too emotional. Okay, so let me just study this. Okay, so Virgo, you have the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, all sevens. Being confused, having a lot of choices, trying to weigh all your pros and cons, and that sounds so much like you, Virgo. Yeah. Um, it's not like you're not interested in this person. You are, but you are the more practical one in this relationship. You think too much into just about everything before you commit or you show what you feel like in this relationship, and I think that's the way you are, and I think that's a very typical Virgo trait also. um, you're extremely defensive. You don't like to explain yourself too much, um, but you're constantly, it's in your head. You are constantly weighing the pros and cons of your relationships, and you're somebody who probably gives a lot of attention to the relationship, but you like to balance it off with so many other things that are happening in your life. um, this probably creates some kind of a mirror effect on your partner, where they feel that they're putting in all the effort and you are not. They feel tired of being the only one side constantly trying to make this happen and work for you. They feel they're the only ones who are in this relationship, and this is like a one man army trying to make this entire relationship work. And they're constantly juggling between your mood swings and the little time you give them, and and all of that. But they're definitely more emotionally involved and more connected to you than you probably are. And it's not that you're not, it's just that I think you're way too practical and you have a lot going on. There's a lot of other stuff going on with the Seven of Pentacles. I think you probably are busy at work, you have money invested somewhere, so you're worried about your finances. You are trying to juggle in your domestic front and your relationship front. So I think that's what's giving this other person the feeling that you're really not in. Okay, but I think you need to be a little more communicative. You need to probably communicate your exact feelings to your partner. You need to tell them that it has nothing to do with them, but because it's your work, or it's just that your attention is divided at this point in time. There's nothing wrong in that, but you need to tell them this, okay? Because they are upset that you don't give them the time in the day. So I think that's very important. Coming to what the connection looks like to me is that both of you are quite quick-tempered. You don't refrain from telling each other how you feel, or communicating how you feel. So I think that's one good thing about the relationship. But I think, Virgo, you haven't really explained yourself much to this person as to why you're not giving them time. So like I clarified earlier, so you need to probably do a little bit of that. One of you will constantly feel ignored, neglected, and that could be the weak link in this relationship at the moment. And that's probably one reason the relationship is not really moving forward. Okay, there is a little bit of a stagnation I see on both your parts, only because there is no moving ahead. I don't see movement. I think that's what's kind of the biggest block in your relationship. So you need to work on that, Virgo, this week. You need to definitely communicate more with your partner, letting them know why you're in it, and for all the good reasons, and that you are interested in them. It's just that you don't have the time. Yeah. So that's you, Virgo, this week as far as you and your connection is concerned. Let's do Capricorn. Capricorns. Do I know so many Capricorns? Actually, I do. Okay, Capricorns, this one's for you. What's happening with Capricorns this week as far as their love situation or connection is concerned? Please tell us. Capricorns. So you have the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. You have definitely got into this relationship, or you're in a relationship, whatever situation you're in currently. It's definitely something that you want for good. This is your person. This is the person you want to probably settle down with. Initially, you took your time to probably tell them how you feel, or you're probably still taking your time. I don't know which state you're in currently, but what I see is that you took your time, or you're taking your time to commit. But once you do, you will give it your all, and you definitely want the completeness. You want this to come together. You want this relationship to work. You definitely have marriage in your mind. Coming to your other person, okay, the other person, he or she has the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords. So there has been a heartache, there has been a heartbreak, there has been disappointment, perhaps in their past, in their earlier relationship, or with you. You've hurt them in some way in the past. So they do a lot of thinking. They're constantly looking too much into everything. They overthink, and they do want this to go far. They do have intentions of this relationship to probably move into something more concrete, something more stable, but they have their insecurities, and I don't blame them, because it comes from a place of heartbreak. So this could have been through you, or maybe just their past. Maybe they were hurt in their past. Like I said, this is a general reading, so it could resonate or not resonate with you, but this is what I can say. So coming to what the connection looks like. Looks like the Eight of Wands, the Tower, and the Knights of Cups. I think one of you, or this relationship, was going too soon. It was happening really quick. You guys were all steady to get into some long-term commitment. You guys had plans to make this more stable, and I think this relationship was going way too fast. And that kind of has caused the Tower moment. The Tower moment doesn't necessarily mean destruction or end of a situation. It could also mean new beginnings, because you have the Knight of Cups, which I would look as that maybe you guys need to slow down a little bit, focus on where you're at in the relationship, and then go forward. But this definitely can be worked out between the two of you. I do see that there is a lot of compatibility. It's just that I think the Capricorn here has to make sure that he kind of makes his partner a little more secure, and they'll be good to go. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the fire signs. I love the fire signs because I'm a fire sign myself. Okay. The fire signs would be the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Again, let me repeat myself. These are general readings. It could be regarding a situation you're in, or your person. Some of it may resonate with you, some may not. This could be vice versa readings for you and your partner. So you'll know who it is, whether it's you or your partner, because this is a general reading. Okay, coming to Aries. What's happening with Aries this week? This is so therapeutic, you know. The sound of the cards shuffling. I love it. I don't know how it sounds on the camera and how you guys like it, but I love it. Aries. Aries. Okay. definitely involves a couple who's probably married, engaged, who are completely committed, and of late, the Arian probably feels the weight of the relationship. It's gotten a little heavy. Maybe you guys are having some emotional problems, and the cheerfulness is all probably just gone from the relationship, or that's what the Capricorn feels. Coming to your partner. Seven of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Magician. You're dealing with someone who is constantly on guard. They want this relationship. They are interested, but they look a little distracted to me. It could probably be someone else, or it could be just a distraction because of work. And they basically have very, very strong personality, because they love to do things their ways. So there's a lot of stubbornness I see, a lot of independence I see. Somebody who's more in the head rather than the heart. So I see a connection like that. Arian, you're dealing with someone who is probably not really giving you all that you need, giving you all the time that you need, has been a little distracted. Not necessarily they're cheating on you, or they're not interested, or they're hiding from you. They're just very distracted at this point. It could just merely mean that. Coming to what the connection looks like, you have the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Okay. I see that one of you, which I think is not you, Capricorn, it could be your partner, is a little ambitious. They are career minded, and career comes first. And I think they're at a phase where they have probably something great going at work. They have a good offer, they have a good job opportunity, which is kind of taking them away from the relationship emotionally. It's not that they're doing it intentionally, but just because of work and their commitment to their work, and they're basically being very ambitious in nature. I think that's what's causing this distraction, and they're having to choose between you and their career very clearly with the Two of Swords here. Yeah. So basically, Arian, this sounds a lot like you also, but like I said, it could be vice versa. It could be your partner, it could be that connection. But that's the situation I see here, that there are two people involved, one highly ambitious, putting their work before their relationship, coming to a situation where they're having to choose, and that's probably making one of you unhappy. You will know who it is, but I say that this relationship can go ahead, it can work, because emotionally you all are definitely invested in this, because this looks like a very steady relationship, a very committed relationship. You're already probably married, engaged, or about to get married, but you all are definitely in a steady relationship. So I don't see a problem there, but I see that one of you will have to take a step back, or probably be a little more supportive to your partner, because looks like one of you is very ambitious at this point in time. Yeah. So this week's going to be all about communication, and that's what I see. That's what I've seen in the last few signs, the earth signs that we saw earlier, and looks like it's the same with the Arians. This week is all about communicate with your partner, let them know how you feel, what's happening. I think that kind of a transparency is what's required even here. Yeah. Leo. Okay, coming to Leos. Again, this is a general reading. This may or may not resonate with you. Just take in what resonates with you. This could be dealing with your situation or your person. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay. Leo, Leo. Okay. Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So basically, Leo, what I see is you. Okay. You're the emotional you. Totally in love, totally into the relationship, um, and putting in all that you have to make this relationship work. Okay. And being hopeful, being the complete romantic that you are, putting in, all guns in, all set to make this relationship work. Coming to what this other person is looking like, things are changing for this other person with the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Yes, they were focusing a lot on themselves. Your partner could also be it could be a Virgo, it could be an Arian, it could be a Saggy, or it could probably just be another Leo. Okay. But the Wheel of Fortune here with the Three of Pentacles tells me that things are changing. They are not looking at something lightly. They are looking at some kind of a commitment with the Three of Pentacles, and they will soon want to start working on this relationship. What I see is having all the feelings out there, but not being able to communicate this back with you, Leo. So that could turn, because right now their focus has only been on their occupation, focusing on their work, and maybe that's why they were not ready to completely give in and give it all. I see that. Coming to what the connection looks like, you have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Empress. This relationship could turn into a very nurturing relationship. You both will get into this with the right purpose. You both do have the right intentions in mind. So there's not like, it's not an imbalanced kind of a relationship when this does work out. But right now, I think what I see is you're getting there. Okay. And it will get stronger, but you need to give it some time. With the Two of Swords, there's a lot of thinking that's also being put into it by your partner, Leo. And you yourself, Leo, are in a state of mind right now where you're thinking too much. You have a lot going on in your heart. A lot of introspection, a lot of looking back at your past. So you're going through that too. And I think in a way, whatever is happening at its own pace. With the Wheel of Fortune, I see that situation is going to change, and things will move in a better light. So if you're getting into a relationship, do not worry, it will happen. Just give it time. Okay, it will take time. It's not something that's going to happen instantly, but when it does, it is here to stay. This looks like a very, very strong relationship to look forward to. So that's you, Leo, for this week. Coming to Sagittarius. Lot of effort by you, Sagittarius. You're the one putting in all the effort this week. Okay, lot of effort going into the relationship, putting it in all. Whereas your partner is confused. It's not that they don't love you, they do. They definitely are emotionally vested. It's just that not as much as you. Okay, and I think something is keeping them preoccupied. It could be that your partner is probably a working person. He or she is not giving you ample time. Um, and I think they're also looking for something more in terms of their work. Either they're distracted because they want to change their job, they have maybe some other opportunity coming up, not in a relationship, but career wise, and they probably are looking at something more now in the relationship or from the relationship. And but they do definitely respect the fact that you are out there, you're putting in all the effort, you're the one who's trying, you're the one who's more vocal. So they do recognize that. Okay, your partner does recognize this, Saji. So it's not like it's just one-sided. It's just that give them some time. They just think a little differently from you. This looks like a Libran you're dealing with, and they're just a little more cautious, and to be fair, okay, because it's a Libran, and I strongly think that your partner is a Libran we're discussing here. So coming to what your connection looks like, that with the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands, I think sometimes when two people are involved in a relationship and there's one person trying so hard and so much, and the other person is not reciprocating in the same manner, and it's not so intense, it does make the other person feel a little hurt and disappointed, because they're the only ones trying, or so they feel. So with the Empress, the nurturing spirit of the Leo and the relationship, I see there is a lot of love, a lot of caring, a lot of heartfelt emotions, and both of you are invested in this. But I think you'll need to just take a pause, and the person who's pushing so hard needs to just probably take a break, realize what's really happening, look within, try and understand what your Libran partner, from what I see, or your partner here, whoever else it is, probably needs you right now, okay, to make so many other decisions. One can't just live on love and fresh air and water. They're probably more driven about, raising a family, or they're probably supporting their parents, they're probably having money issues, they're probably, want to change their job, they're probably having to face some difficulties at work. And I think what you are doing, Saji, is just focusing on the emotional relationship part of it, which is not wrong. You love them, there's no doubt about that. But you need to make them understand or realize that you're there for them when they're stuck. And I think they're a little stuck. It has nothing to do with not loving you back or wanting out of the relationship. No, they're just a little upset about something, and I think you're the best person who can bring them in. Just get a little more sensitive, be a little more affectionate, and you can make that happen. Try and understand what's really happening in their head. It may tire you down. You may feel it's pointless doing that because you're already working so hard in the relationship, but don't give up. Okay, if you really like this person, you will make the effort. You'll continue to make the effort, and not constantly keep weighing who's giving more and who's giving more, less importance to the relationship. Please don't do that, and I think it can work for you guys. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the last segment of today's readings. We are moving on to the air signs. Oh no, we're not done with the air signs. We're looking at Gemini next. I'm sorry about that. We're looking at the Gemini. What's wrong with me? The Gemini. What's happening with Gemini? Hmm. Okay, so a Gemini has probably faced some kind of a disappointment in the relationship in the past or in the same relationship. Um, there has been a little bit of a heartbreak, sadness, some kind of a disappointment, and moving into better light. So I see that as far as your connection is concerned, you have the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, let me see, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So there has been a problem in the relationship. There definitely has. And yeah, and I think one of you was probably too overconfident about the relationship or just took it for granted, and one of you's heart's broken very badly, very disappointed, and one person has probably moved on, doesn't want the relationship again, doesn't want to work on it, and has moved on thinking it's the best thing for him or her to do. And this looks like you, Gemini. This looks like you were disappointed, hurt, you guys broke up, and you've moved on. And you're focusing on work now. You're ready to march ahead. You feel that this was the best thing that has probably happened, or is probably for the better. So you've looked at it quite positively and moved on, Gemini. Your partner is obviously very hurt with what's happened. There has been a lot of sleepless nights, and he or she is miserable that you've taken this decision to break up with them. It was definitely not what they wanted, but they'll be fine. They will be fine. They will realize that yes, probably this was meant to be, and but what I find in this partner you're dealing with, Gemini, is that they are more committed to so many other things besides just the relationship. They're driven probably by some monetary, something that's a force which makes them probably work harder, or and they probably go back to doing just that. But I think what they're going through or will for some time is a lot of heartbreak and disappointment that you have broken off with them. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine knowing that that you're better off without them, and they will come to terms with it. So that's how I see it. Okay. I don't see you guys reconnecting again. I'm sorry. I don't see a reconciliation. From what I see in the connection is that both of you are ready to move on in different directions. This doesn't serve, this entire thing doesn't serve the purpose at all. There was a lot of stagnation, a lot of energy stagnation, and I think both of you were also not comfortable with the way this relationship was going. Both of you do have a little bit of ego issues. Both of you are a little selfish like that. I think both of you as partners, and I think whatever has happened has probably happened for the better, because together this could have created a lot of heartbreak and heart pain. So I think whatever has happened for the better. So that's what I see is probably happening to some of you right now, Gemini. Okay. All right, moving on to the last sign of the air signs, Aquarius. One emotional week for everybody. I think it's the lockdown. Is it the pandemic that's probably doing this to some of us? Okay. I guess it's with the air signs this month. I've been seeing a lot of this. Anyways, the reading for this week for Aquarians. Aquarians, you probably are seeing somebody, you're probably in a relationship with someone, but it's not going great to start with. With the Four of Cups and the Temperance and the Three of Swords, there has been a lot of heartbreak. Somebody was trying, it could have been you. I see that probably you were trying to make it work for a while now, but it wasn't working. Whatever you were trying to do wasn't working. It looks more like, sounds a lot like you, Aquarian, where you were putting in a lot of effort, but this other person just wasn't interested or was probably ignoring you. That's what I see with the Four of Cups. Or either they're just taking you for granted, but they were definitely not reciprocating. And you tried being patient, you tried everything, and that's resulted in total heartbreak. As far as your partner is concerned, I think this could probably be somebody who's highly ambitious, somebody who is extremely practical, not an emotional fool like you. So I think this is someone who was tired of this entire communication with you, and from their point of view, they didn't even want to respond to you when you were making all those efforts, because they were done in their head. In their head, it was over. Sorry, but that's what I see. You guys have been a little temperamental with each other. Aquarian, you did try and balance it off. You were being the mushier one of the two, whereas your partner was extremely defensive, picking up a fight, getting angry. Basically, they, I think, made up their mind that this is not something they want. They're very clear in their head, and this has been something they've probably been thinking about for a while now. Coming to what the connection looks like, nope, this connection was not something that could move forward in any case. You guys are way too different from each other. One of you is completely driven by the heart and one by the head. So that kind of clearly separates you two. It has caused a lot of unpleasantness in the last couple of months. You all have been constantly fighting. So the balance is now gone. It's kind of just gone off balance. Initially, probably Aquarius, you were trying to put in a lot of effort, but now I don't see that. And a lot of giving up has happened. And looks like you both have decided to move away from each other. And this seems to have been something that you'll have thought of, mutually decided, or respected, or discussed. But this breakup looks like it's quite clear. It's probably going to happen, or it's already happened, where you'll have decided to move away because it's not working for either of you. I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like with Geminis, with Aquarians. Like I said, the air signs look a little bit emotionally wrecked this week, and it's been like this month, so I'm sure the energies will change and things will get better for all of you. Coming to the last segment, finally, the water signs, which is Scorpio, Pisces, and the Cancer. I'm starting with Scorpio. Let's do Scorpio. This reading is for this week, Monday to Sunday. Sorry, this fell out. Okay, Scorpio. The King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Cups. You're basically somebody who's very practical, and but emotionally, I think you've been quite a mess of late. Okay, you are disappointed, you're miserable, you're worried about money, you're worried about so many other things in your life, and you obviously have not been focusing on your relationship clearly because you don't have the time. It's not that you're intentionally ignoring whoever this person is in your relationship or the situation. This is what I see as a situation in your case. It's more like a situation than a person. I think you have been living in a little bit of your past, and it's been keeping you up probably all night. And you're basically somebody who's always been in control of your emotions, even at work, or when it came to money issues. You've always been somebody who's been quite stable like that. But of late, it's probably given you a little bit of worry and anxiety. Okay, and maybe that's why you're not really focusing on anything else right now. Coming to your connection, to your person, I think with the Queen of Wands, the Death, and the Ace of Pentacles, they seem to be quite committed, but something went wrong in between. Maybe you guys messed up. There was a situation that really happened which kind of ended things up for you guys badly. Something got you guys worried. I somehow feel it could be something to do with money. That's probably causing you guys a little bit. I see you guys already in a committed relationship here, and maybe you're a family, a unit, and you're having money issues, and you're very worried about where this is going to lead the family. So I think your partner, Scorpio, is quite a strong person. So you need to look at them as a very strong support here instead of just probably dealing with this on your own. You have a very strong partner on hand. This is not going to be forever. I see this entire thing moving on. This is definitely going to improve, and your partner is going to be extremely supportive and will help you get through this phase. Okay, so this is a situation here mostly. I see, not your person. I don't see an issue between each other. I don't see a problem in your connection, but there's a situation that you're dealing with your partner right now, which involves money. How do I see this connection? Yes, this is a bad time, but this is not permanent. Things are going to change. I do see a lot of resolution with the Sun card. Things are going to change. Things are going to probably be much better for the both of you and this connection. And you will definitely move away from this phase. So things will change. Yeah, so that was you, Scorpio. Going to Pisces. Going to the Pisces. All right, Pisces. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Looks like you are balancing two things at one time. You're juggling between your relationship and something else. Work, money, life. Okay, so you're obviously preoccupied and you're balancing things, and you are not sure whether you want to go ahead with this relationship. and you've been fighting like crazy with your partner. Okay, so Pisces, that's what I see for you. Okay, let me study your partner. The King of Swords, the Chariot, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, so I saw that correctly. You have been constantly juggling them with something else in your life, clearly, and that's probably constantly giving you all the reasons to, probably choose between them and something else. And you'll have been fighting over that, clearly. With them, they seem to be a very outspoken kind of a personality, somebody who's extremely outspoken, who doesn't take any crap. They've probably been at loggerheads with you. They've been very clear. They've communicated this to you that they're not happy with the way you're juggling them, and they have decided to move on. I don't think they can do this with you, where they're constantly unsure of the relationship. They're not able to have their feet in two different boats. They're not comfortable with this arrangement, and you probably want that because that's how you're leading this relationship on. And that's kind of caused them a lot of grief, and they're not for it. This relationship unfortunately will not work, or something has gone wrong already. One of you has decided to just walk off. I think it's your partner, Pisces. I don't see it as you. I see it as the other person you're involved with. They have decided to just walk away. And but I definitely think one of you will try and reconcile. It could be you. I see you doing that, Pisces. But it will be ignored. It may not work just yet, okay? Because this person is quite fed up of you, or they're quite mad at you, so they may not be very receptive at this point of time. Things could change, because I feel one of you, which is you, will keep making that effort. So as of now, I don't see them taking you back on. Yeah. But things could change. Since this is a general reading, it's just a once a week kind of a thing. Maybe you can look forward to your reading when I do this for you, on Friday. Fridays would be when I'll be doing the water signs. Maybe you could probably check in how this resonates with you, because it'll be a little more deeper. I'll probably be able to give you a longer read, so you probably know this is a quick one. So yeah, you will see this person ignoring you a bit and not taking you on, or accepting your apology at this stage. You just need to give them some space. Yeah, that's what I see for you, Pisces. Cancerians, you're next, Cancer. Okay, Cancerian. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Six of Cups. This is definitely a new relationship or a start of something new. And this is happening really quickly. This could be somebody who's working with you, or it could just be a new relationship that you've got into, but it's moving really fast, okay? And this could be someone whom you've known for some time now. So that's what I see is happening with you, Cancerian. Your partner has the Moon card, the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, they're very serious about the relationship. You're probably looking at getting married. You're looking at settling down. Um, some of you are probably already there, but what I see here is someone who's probably getting into a relationship, and they're quite serious about you. They definitely had their doubts about you initially when you first approached them. They were unsure, but looks like they have kind of changed their mind over a period of time because you pursued them quite heavily. So they seem quite content with that, and they're looking forward to this relationship blooming. I see your relationship with the Strength card, the Judgment, and the Nine of Swords. A little heavy emotionally, this relationship for the both of you, but extremely strong connection. It is a very strong connection. Both of you are extremely compatible, but I also see that you need to constantly keep that the fairness and the balance going in this relationship, because if you don't do that, this could create a little bit of an unrest, or you're probably already dealing with that right now. But I don't see any negative energy in this relationship. Whatever little speed bumps that you probably are facing right now, it could be because one of you is being quick to judge, quick to make decisions, or presuming too many things. So don't presume anything. It's probably not what you're thinking, and if there is a misunderstanding, which I think is happening between the two of you currently, I don't think you really need to be worried about it. This is a very strong relationship. I see a very strong connection. Two very strong-minded, strong individuals who are extremely mature and sensible. So I don't think you'll have anything really to worry about. This is going great for you, and this week looks good. Yeah, so just don't rub each other off the wrong way. Yeah, that would be my giveaway. All right, so guys, that was a general reading for all signs and current energies. It's short, yes, I know, because I don't really go into it into details much. I don't extend the readings much when I'm doing general readings and short readings like this, but this is just a quick refresher for the week. Now you can probably go back and check on the channel schedule. I'll repeat that again. So Mondays like today would be just general readings, love readings, your situation, your person, whatever it's dealing with your connection, for all signs and based on your current energies. This is subject to change, but as of now I've fixed Mondays for general readings. Tuesdays would be dedicated to me reading for the three earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Wednesdays will be dedicated to all fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And Thursdays would be all air signs, Librans, Gemini, Aquarius. Fridays would be all water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancerians. So yes, if you want longer readings, you'll probably need to hook on to those particular dates and get your readings done. For personal readings, you will find the details of my email. You can probably reach me and we can book a slot for your personal readings, and whatever you need, you could probably reach me on my email. So thank you so much for patiently sitting through my first recording, and I will see you guys soon. Earth signs, I see you guys tomorrow. Yeah? Alright. Bye.